Well, what is it like being a business owner, and where did the origins of Movement by Design come from?
I guess Movement by Design, when I started the clinic, which is 9 years ago now, that was the name I kind of ran with. I really liked, and one of the things I liked about marketing was the creativity of it. So being able to brand, create my own logo, my own name was exciting because I didn't have any brand guidelines to sit within. The style of the clinic could be mine. So you can see, I guess, a portion of the clinic here. It's not lovely. Like a clinic. It was more like the idea
it's like a home.
Yeah, this is like, it looks like my home. So the floorboards are the same, paint colors are the same, there's similar plants. I finished the clinic, I'm like, oh man, I've just made an extra bedroom in my home. But yeah, the idea behind it was, I didn't, like if I went and saw a clinician, so physio, osteo, chiro, whoever it was, and often you go in, you're in a really small room, it's pretty dingy, there's a poorly laminated poster of anatomy on the wall. It's just uninviting. And the idea here was, when you go to a cafe and the coffee's good, but the atmosphere is comfortable.
Oh, yes.
And you go back to that cafe and you sit there because you like it.
Yeah.
But the thing you're going for is the coffee. The same idea was here. I'm like, people come in for the treatment, but the space is nice, it's comfortable. So they'd like to come back as a part of that as well.
It's not like the bland white, like you've got just the bed in the middle, you've just got like white everywhere, and then like you said, the laminated, like
such poorly, always poorly laminated.
Always just little creases,
creases and bubbles and stuff. It's just like attention to detail.
Well, as you can see on Luke's camera, he's got the spine.
That's like a very that was like a homage to it shows you what I do, but it's a bit artsier, I guess.
Exactly.
So.
Well, you're in South Melbourne, so it's a good location.
Someone tagged my window the other day too. It's very street cred. It's all happening. But so Movement by Design was the name I come up with. It kind of describes a little bit about what I do. I really like the idea of movement, getting people to move well. I'm still connected to the gym because I think that's where the magic happens. I think what I do is more an adjunct to that. So, I'm not the kind of practitioner. I do get people who like to come back regularly, and that's fine. That's, if they want to do that, that's perfectly acceptable. But the idea is, you get people in here, you get things moving as they should. You find out any, imbalances, for lack of a different term, and help someone get healthy again so that they can go to the gym and make life-changing things happen. And then if they use this as, a loosen up every now and then just to keep themselves training well and optimally, that's how health should be. It shouldn't be come to my clinic 3 times a week for the next 6 months. Like, that doesn't work.
Not at all.
Get someone in the gym, get them training. If they need my help, great, come in. And then it should be more patient-centric as well. Like, part of it is I can use a skill set to help you, but I think one of the problems in some practices, because they're running on short time frames, is they don't get to know you well enough. They don't get to know where you want to go and what your goals are. They just get you on the table, or bang, 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 all right, come back in a week. It's like, you don't even know who I am or what I want.
Yeah.
So, taking some time to get to know someone, and where they want to go with things, what their preferences are, and giving them some time to teach them, about how things should move and why it might be holding them back, I think is the most important thing. And then on top of that, you do some treatment, which feels pretty good, and fixes some stuff. But, teach a man to fish.
No, well, it's a whole experience, I think, when you come to the clinic. And I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a podcast with you. Like, genuinely, like, our relationship started way back when, like 2020 even, I reckon. Yeah. It was when I first started doing ollie lifting and just was squatting ass to grass and fucked up my hip.
Yes, that's right. And
then Mum is like, oh, just come to this osteo. Like,
shout out, Pam.
Exactly, shout out, Pam. Pam, Mum.
Yeah.
Mum.
Mum
is one of those clients that come up for a loosen up, and it's about like maintenance and healthy maintenance as well. It's not like, give me your money.
Yeah.
Like, this is, you have to come like week.
She can come whenever she wants.
Exactly. Mum just comes in and it's like a loosen up. It's like a recalibration of the body and
given what she does.
Yeah.
She's a trainer by trade, and she lifts lots of really ridiculously heavy things. That's going to take a toll on the body. It's not that she's doing anything wrong and that's why she's tired. It's just she's got a lot of load through her body. So you've got to take care of that somehow.
Yeah. And honestly, I love like what you've created as well. I think it's again an experience. Like, you come in, you're educating on like why certain things are happening in the body and whether the patient chooses to apply those or take note of them. Like, I think subconsciously you still know that, hey, like maybe I shouldn't do this, or I should do this, or I should be doing XYZ to maintain my body. And I love that about like what you've been able to do with myself as well.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah.
So I never think of fixing anyone per se. It's more you facilitate the process, give someone some knowledge. People are intelligent. They'll make the right decisions if you pitch the information in the right way. I think treatment is a partnership. It's not just a come to me and I'll do the stuff and then you go away. That's not a very healthy relationship.
Yeah, or even the ones where it's like, oh, you have to keep coming to me, and then they don't fix, and it's just like letting it drag on and on and on and on.
It's a waste of your money and my time. It's not healthy. I wouldn't get value out of that. I mean, financially, sure, but when you're doing something that you love doing, it's not so much about that. That's a byproduct of what you do. And I think, and we talked about this earlier, if you run a business, I think the most important thing in a business is to have really high quality, be incredibly good at what you do. Every patient that walks in the door, this is the first time you've seen that patient, or this is the first time this patient has had a certain thing. Make the experience wonderful. Make sure they know exactly what's going on, exactly what the plan is, empower that person, have a really good experience in here. And then if you do run a quality business, people will talk and they'll send people in. You don't have to use the marketing degree that you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on and are still paying off. But, I think if you run a good quality business, people talk and people will be referred. Word of mouth is the strongest, piece of marketing.
Strongest form of marketing and advertising there is. Fun fact for the listeners, Luke's business is not on Instagram, or you're not on Facebook, are you?
No, I think someone made me they call it a handle?
A handle.
In Instagram?
On Instagram, yep.
Yeah. It was a friend of mine. I don't know how to log into it. Sometimes I get emails and they're like, hey, these 20 people want to follow you. And I always feel bad because I can't log in and say, yeah, that's cool. So no, it's not. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have any marketing. I'm not on one of those discount things. Scoop on. Oh, there's just all sorts of marketing. Yeah, no, none of that. Which I'm very fortunate for, I think. Yeah. I guess I was lucky because going through uni, I was sort of building a business organically on the side. So 100%. It kind of got to a tipping point as I finished. So it was kind of nice. I didn't have to push the marketing too much. I think if you do a good job with anything, people will talk.
Word travels.
Yeah. Like if you do a good job, there's no reason the person shouldn't come back to you the next time they need help. And I treat a lot of active people. So something's always tight or something's always tweaked or whatnot. So if you provide a good experience, there's repeat business. The amount of people who I treat who soon after... Well, Pam's a great example. Shout out Pam. She come in. She enjoyed it. She sent you in. She sent Brendan in. Yep. Now she sent the other half in.
Yep.
So
the whole Lamb family's down by this business. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how it usually starts. It's usually mother, kids, and a couple of months later the father. That's kind of and it's exactly how it worked with your family as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's I think if you do a good job, everyone knows someone who's got pain or a niggle or that sort of thing. People love to talk about how much pain they're in. So people will come, and active people will definitely take care of themselves because it's the kind of people they are. They want to take care of their body. That's why they're at the gym in the first place. So they kind of have a higher health literacy. And so, I guess I've been fortunate that that's kind of my niche market I'm in, people who actually want to take care of themselves. So that's good. I just facilitate that process.
That is so interesting because I feel like the craze right now is, like what TikToks are you doing or what reels are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not cracking dogs or snakes on TikTok at the moment. I hear that's pretty popular, but I don't have time. It's busy.
It's a lot of production to
it's
go
busy.
into.
Like I saw you set this up. It freaked me out. I couldn't. I'm useless with technology.
And it's failed on me, obviously. I need a new camera.
I'd have no idea how to set this stuff up. Like technology is my real weak point. That's why I work with my hands. Yeah. So
And your brain.
And brain as well. Brain is the most important.
Exactly. Well, it's amazing because I think this sort of goes against the grain of like your modern day business. They're like, pump out your advertising, pump out all these marketing promos, campaigns, XYZ, but you're literally here just providing a great experience. And then
be good at what you do and the rest will take care of itself.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. I always said people get worried when a competitor opens up nearby. And I get that. And I'm in a different scenario because I'm kind of one-on-one. Like if you're in a business and you run a pie shop and a pie shop opens up next door, you're like, man, that damn pie shop, why the hell they open up next door for? Like I get it. But I think if you lose a client or a client decides to go somewhere else, I think, rather than being angry at the client or where they've gone, I think it's better to be reflect on what you've done there as well, I guess. So if a client hasn't come back to you, clearly you're not a good fit, or is there something that you didn't do well enough for that client? And I think, if you can be reflective and constantly improve with that sort of stuff, you're going to run a better business anyway. So that's
I love that.
kind of how I've run from day one.